Ninth main, answer the following questions in 3 sentences. The pH value of 1 mole of hydrochloric acid is 1, that 1 mole of acetic acid is 3. Then, which of these acid has most hydrogen ions? Which of the above two acid is the strongest acid and which is weakest acid? And which of two acids contain gastric juice? We well known about this. H plus ions are measured by the pH scale. pH scale is inversely indicates the activity of the hydrogen ion of the solution. Means if the pH value is less, that acid consists the more number of hydrogen ions. Then most hydrogen ions are present in hydrochloric acid. And hydrochloric acid only the strongest acid and acetic acid is the weakest acid. And gastric juice contains the hydrochloric acid. See the exact answer for this. pH value of HCl of hydrochloric acid is 1. The pH value of acetic acid is 3. Hydrochloric acid has the most hydrogen ions. Hydrochloric acid is the strongest acid and acetic acid is the weakest acid. Gastric juice contains hydrochloric acid. Next 22nd question. What are the properties that determine the cooking salt used at home as an ionic compound? Cooking salt is a sodium chloride, that is NaCl, also called table salt, is an ionic compound with several properties that make it suitable for cooking. These properties are high melting point, electrical conductivity. Salt is an electric insulator in solid form but conducts electricity when dissolved in water or melted. Solubility, crystal structure, hardness and brittleness, strong electrostatic force of attraction, hence having high melting point. Chemical composition, salt is made up of positively charged sodium ion and negatively charged chloride ions. In 22nd, option is given or one more question is there. Zinc sulfate solution is taken in test tube A, B, C and piece of magnesium, iron and silver are inserted in them respectively. In which test tube does chemical reaction takes place? Write a chemical equation stating the type of chemical reaction that took place. State the reason why no chemical reaction takes place when the remaining test tubes. So chemical reactions will occur according to the reactivity of the elements. You have studied reactivity of the elements. The more reactive elements replaces the less reactive element. If you want to see the any changes in the chemical reaction, the more reactive elements will replaces the less reactive element. So in this magnesium, iron, silver, which is the more reactive than the zinc? For this too, you recall the reactivity or reactivity series you have studied in the regular classes. Here you can observe this reactivity. So you can see here zinc, iron, above this magnesium. Then magnesium is more reactive than the zinc. That's why magnesium can replaces the zinc from the zinc sulfate solution. And iron and silver both are low reactive elements. They will not replace the zinc. You will not see the any such changes in the test tube B and C. Let's see the exact answer for this. If you put piece of magnesium, iron and silver into the separate test tube containing zinc sulfate solution, you will observe a reaction only in the test tube with the magnesium, that is test tube A. As magnesium is more reactive than the zinc and will displace it from the solution, while iron and silver will not react. For A answer. B, if you see the reaction of that magnesium, that is Mg, zinc sulfate, that is ZnSO4. When the magnesium is added to the zinc sulfate solution in an aqueous media, the magnesium replaces the zinc out. Okay, this is the reaction. So this reaction is called as displacement reaction. It is a displacement reaction in which magnesium has displaced or removed zinc from the zinc sulfate solution. C question, the remaining test tubes contain iron and silver will not show any change as they are less reactive than zinc. Hence, no visible change will be seen in their respective test tube. Next question. Next, 10th main. Answer the following questions in 4 sentences. Observe this diagram. See the question. Name the gas stored in test tube A and test tube B and their ratio. Balance the following equation. Just observe this diagram. In a test tube A, the hydrogen gas is released. In test tube B, oxygen gas is released in the ratio of 2:1 in volume. And balance the chemical equation. Here I have balanced. I hope you have studied in chapter first how to balance the chemical equation. Okay, here you can see that one in the product form Fe3O4, but in the reactant side Fe is only 1. That's why you have to write it here 3. Write here 3. When you write the 3 here and iron is balanced. Okay, what about oxygen? You see the oxygen, 4 oxygen are there, but here only 1 oxygen. Right in front of that 4. Okay, oxygen, anyhow oxygen is balanced. What about hydrogen? Now hydrogen is imbalanced. Then again you write the 4 here. Then whole equation will be get balanced. Let's you try this in free period time. If you have any doubts, if you are free to ask me how to balance the chemical equations, again I will explain this. Next, 11th main. Answer the following questions. What are the products formed by the reaction between the ethanoic acid and alcohol? What are the benefits of that products? Whenever the ethanoic acid and ethanol are react, it forms the ester. Let's see the exact answer. When ethanoic acid reacts with absolute ethanol, that is alcohol, in the presence of an acid catalyst to give an ester. Esters are used in making perfume, flavoring agents, and also used in prepare soaps. In that B question, write a electron dot structure of compounds methane, ethene, and write the name of the compounds. Next, in that C, how are detergents different from soap? Electron dot structure of carbon compounds. First one is methane. You well known about this, the valency of the carbon compound is 4. It's a tetravalency. That's why I have to draw the 4 electrons around the carbon. And hydrogen is monovalent, means one valence electron is present in hydrogen. So it is ready to mutually share with the carbon compound in carbon atom. Okay, you have to draw the 2 electrons here and here. You just draw the structure. So this is the electron dot structure of methane. Next one, C2H4, it is ethene. It's a unsaturated hydrocarbon. Carbon consists the 4 valence electrons. Write 2 carbon atoms both the side. Write it down the 4 dots around the carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here 1, 2, 3, 4. And hydrogen is the monovalent and 1 electron is ready to share with the carbon. Each hydrogen atoms are sharing the 1 electrons. So here one dot, here, here, here. So you draw this structure while saying this. This is the structure of ethene. Next, C question. What is the difference between soaps and detergents? Soaps are sodium or potassium salts of long chain carboxylic acid. Detergents are generally sodium salts of sulfonic acid or ammonium salts of chlorides or bromide ions. Both have long chain hydrocarbons. Cleaning power. Soaps are relatively weak cleaning action. Detergents have a strong cleaning effect. Biodegradability. Soaps are biodegradable. Detergents are non-biodegradable. Soaps are not useful in hard water. Detergent can used in a hard water. Preparation. Prepared from plants and animal fats. These are prepared from petroleum.